Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your Charles, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we're going to be talking about the Clippers, and we're going to be talking about my man Kawhi Leonard. So before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, on this channel, we pride ourselves on being as balanced as possible, and we try to criticize everyone when we believe that they deserve criticism. We try our best not to be homers and not be up here twerking it up for our favorite players all the time. I believe if you do that and people notice that about you over time, you're going to lose a lot of credibility and they're going to end up calling you ultimately a fanboy, right? So we try to avoid that. Now, obviously, no one is perfect. All of us have our biases, and I'm sure there's some people out there that say, oh, he's too pro Michael Jordan. He's too pro Kobe Bryant, this and this. So that's just the name of the game, but we still try our best to do our best to be as balanced as possible. And today I want to talk about Kawhi. Okay. I have a lot to say. As a Kawhi Leonard fan, when I saw the Clippers making that run in the 2020-21 playoffs, if I'm not mistaken, and Kawhi was playing, they were playing against the Mavericks, and he had that incredible game 6, I believe, or game 7 performance where I was like, man, he was putting up these incredible numbers in the playoffs. I'm like, this is the best player in the world right now. That's what I felt about him. Then the Clippers got to the second round of the playoffs, and then Kawhi went out in game 4, and then they still went on to make it to the Western Conference Finals and took the Phoenix Suns, who ultimately ended up losing to the Milwaukee Bucks in the NBA Finals. They took them to, I believe, 6 games without their best player. I think and like most Kawhi supporters, felt like, hey, listen, had Kawhi been healthy, we believe that the Clippers would have made it to the finals. Now, I'm not going to say they weren't going to win it all. I'm not going to disrespect Giannis and those boys like that. But we felt like they would have given them a serious run for their money in the NBA Finals. So the subsequent season, I was very hopeful that, okay, he may be able to come back before the playoffs started, and ultimately the Clippers ended up not making it out of the play-in, although they were the 8th seed, and obviously we didn't get to see Kawhi for a full season, right? For a full season. Coming into this season, there was a lot of anticipation. Now, we knew Kawhi Leonard's history in terms of the way he manages injuries. He is extra cautious with the way he handles his injuries. Is something he doesn't play with, and that seems to be his pedigree. Same thing he did with the Toronto Raptors, although I understand he was coming off of an injury then. But that first year when he was a Los Angeles Clipper, he was still load managing under the leadership of Doc Rivers. But then when Ty Lue took over the team, he was able to get Kawhi Leonard to play more back-to-backs, which I thought was absolutely fantastic, because I'm like, if you can play, right? If you can play. This season starts, and Kawhi ends up playing the first two of the first 4 games. But in a very strange move, he ended up coming off the bench on the debut game against the Los Angeles Lakers. Within the first few minutes, he looked very good, and then, of course, he hit some big buckets for the team, and then we didn't see him. And then I think he said he had like an ankle sprain or something like that, and then we heard something about right knee management, and then it just seemed like business as usual. Kawhi missing missing game after game after game after game for the Clippers. And this year, the Clippers have played 28 games. Of the 28 available games this season, Kawhi Leonard has played 8 games. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you the disturbing trend I'm noticing about Kawhi Leonard. Let me get to the heart of what I'm saying here. I've been watching him in some of his games, and what I've noticed are a few things. Number one, he doesn't seem to be as sharp as he used to be. Obviously, that's rust. He has these under-minute restrictions. I think he's only allowed to play 25 minutes a game. I understand that. But even in those 25 minutes, he doesn't really look like himself. He's not very aggressive when it comes to shot attempts. Obviously, maybe he's playing within the system, trying to work his body back into shape. But in the games that he's played, Kawhi is shooting 40% from the field this year. 39.8. I'm being kind. 40% from the field, which is horrendous for Kawhi Leonard, considering last season he shot 51% from the field. What's even more worrisome is that last season he shot 39.8% from the three-point line. This season, Kawhi is shooting 17.2%. 17.2% from three. He is still shooting a good free throw percentage at 85.7. His assists are 3.5. They're there, which are there. His rebounds about 5 a game. Steals are there. I was watching the game that they were playing against. What's the team that they were playing against? The Washington Wizards, and he was showing some of his flashes of his defensive abilities. But Kawhi doesn't look like himself. And I'm trying to reconcile what could be causing, or the range of issues or things that could be causing this. Could it be that he's been extremely rusty and he's not played for a long time, so his timing and all of this is off? That could be it. But or excuse me, could it be that the philosophy of the Los Angeles Clippers medical staff is slowing down his recovery process in terms of getting back to the level that he used to be at when he was playing before? Giving you some of the numbers that I gave you before. When you hold him out for 20 games this season, he's only played 8 of the 28 games. He's missed 20 games. I'm not sure how you're doing him a service by doing that. Number one. Number two, it makes it very hard for the team to develop chemistry, and for him, more importantly, to develop chemistry with his teammates, because Kawhi has to be reintegrated back into the fold. Now, if he was shooting similarly, maybe his percentages were similar to what they used to be before, then I can say, okay, I can understand the kind of steady ramp up that they're trying to ramp him up. But even when he's playing, he doesn't quite look like himself. He doesn't quite look like himself. He seems like he's still trying to find his way within the system, right? And I think that him missing so many games, I think is really messing with this guy's ability to return to full strength, right? And I understand that they want to be cautious. I totally understand that. And these are medical professionals and they understand this. However, at a certain point, you got to play. And here's the thing that's most confounding to me. Kawhi Leonard, I believe, is 30 years old, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just verify his age right now. 31 years old, excuse me. Born in June. LeBron James will be 38 years this month. When LeBron misses a period of time for whatever injury, maybe groin, whatever, LeBron always comes back and plays. He plays. Full game. 35, 36. Just last night he played 36 point what? How many minutes did he play yesterday? He played 36 minutes and 52 seconds. He played 37 minutes. When LeBron comes back, he has no problem with playing. But with Kawhi, there seems to be this reason or that reason or this reason or that reason. But LeBron is 7 years Kawhi's senior. So the question is it that LeBron is just able to do that? Or is this still a precautionary measure that the Clippers have in place? I don't know what it is. The level of confidence I had in this team winning it all is not there as we speak for a number of reasons. Number one, they're not playing very well right now. Number two, I think the number one pain area, problem area for the Clippers that I've noticed for the last few years, dating back to 2020 season, is the point guard. That is the one position this team has yet to address properly. They had Rajon Rondo. They had Patrick Beverley, who was a great defender, undersized. You had Rajon Rondo, who was long in the tooth. Then you have Reggie Jackson, who's a great offensive player, plays absolutely no defense, and can be turnover prone. Not really a great playmaker. You have him. Now you have John Wall. John Wall is expressing a little bit some frustrations of not being able to come out, with the minute restrictions. So that's another issue that I have. I don't know. Maybe I'm just ranting here, but all of this doesn't sit well with me. But these are just my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section, and we catch you all in the next show. Peace.